You feel it, don't you? That space, that quiet, that hollow echo in a crowded room. The feeling that, while everyone else is moving in packs, you're walking a path that only you can see.
They call it being alone. They call it isolation.
They might even call it loneliness.
But you need to learn to call it by its true name.
Potential.
This isn't a curse. This is your forge.
And in this forge, you are both the blacksmith and the steel.
I have one question for you. The most important question you will ever answer. Can you do this thing alone?
Can you wake up when the world is still dreaming, wrapped in the blanket of their delts, and do the work that only you can do, without a pat on the back, without an audience?
The lone wolf doesn't simply tolerate solitude. It commands it. It carves its kingdom out of the quiet hours before dawn.
Its pack isn't made of other wolves. Its pack is its principles. Its territory is its vision.
You look around and you see everyone connected, validated, celebrated for merely showing up.
And you look at your own journey and you see silence. You see empty gyms. You see late nights with only your thoughts for company.
But you must understand, the applause of the crowd is a fickle fuel. It burns bright and fast, and when it's gone, you are left in the cold. But the fire you build yourself, from the kindling of your own discipline and the oxygen of your own will, that is an eternal flame.
That is the fire that forges legends.
So you train alone, you study alone, you build alone. And in that sacred space of solitude, something miraculous happens. You stop hearing the noise of the world, and you start hearing the voice of your destiny.
You are no longer performing for an audience. You are in conversation with your potential.
Nobody is going to feed you. You have to become the hunter.
The hunger you feel for success, for meaning, for a life that matters, that is your fuel. You must learn to stalk your goals with a predator's focus. The sheep wait to be fed. The wolf goes out and takes what is his. This feeling, when you are locked in, when you and your mission become one, it's something you can't even explain. It's a quiet, roaring certainty that drowns out all doubt. In that moment, you don't need anyone. You realize the most profound truth you will ever learn. It is all on you. It has to want it as bad as you want to breathe. Yes, you're tired. Yes, your mind is a screaming chorus of doubt, telling you to give up. But you cannot quit. Not because someone is watching, but because you are watching. The version of you that you are destined to become is waiting at the finish line. And he or she is not impressed with your excuses. So you get knocked down. So what? The ground is just a place to gather your strength. Rise. Get up. Let's be brutally honest. Nobody is going to believe in you until you've already done it. Nobody is going to celebrate with you until you're holding the trophy. Which means you are going to have to work for a long, long time in the silent theater of your own ambition. No applause, no awards, no validation. And you must be okay with that. You must find a way to thrive in the silence. If you need someone to believe in you first, you have already lost. Belief is not a gift others give you. It is a fortress you build inside your own chest. So if you have to start alone, then start alone. But for the love of your potential, get started. There is a magic hour, a time that belongs only to the dedicated few. It's 4 a.m., 3 a.m. The world is asleep.
Emails are silent. Text messages are dormant. The demands of the day have not yet begun to shout.
In this profound quiet, the universe whispers, "This is your time. This is when you get dialed in with what you've been called to do."
You don't need coffee. You don't need a motivational video. You don't need an external stimulus to jumpstart your spirit. All you need is the will to rise and the courage to face yourself. We all claim we want success, but we run from the very structure that creates it. We want the crown, but we disdain the weight of it. So put away the devices, banish the distractions, silence the voices. Get dialed in. If you're listening to me right now, let this be more than a moment of motivation. Let it be a moment of transformation. Ask yourself in that morning quiet, why am I here? What is the unique imprint I am meant to leave on this earth? In that silence, your agenda becomes clear. Your targets come into sharp focus. What becomes crystal clear in your head, you can and you will hold in your hand. Period.
There is a force of nature within you, an untapped reservoir of power.
Life is lived on levels, and these levels are not unlocked by wishing. They are unlocked by action.
My question to you is, will you take that action?
Will you do something so far out of your current paradigm that it shatters the old you to pieces?
If you are going to obliterate the programs of mediocrity, you have to do something radically different.
Shake it up. Wake up early.
It's time for an identity shift.
It's time for an elevation in every facet of your being.
This is your time, your turn.
The long wait is over.
Get up and give back to yourself.
If you're listening to me,
Get up.
it's time to go.
Most people don't feel like waking up at 4 a.m. That is exactly why you must do it. You need to become the person who does what is required, not what is comfortable. You do it not because you feel it, but because you are called to it. Everyone wants to unleash their inner greatness, but you will have to do the things you don't feel like doing to get there. This is the non-negotiable price of admission. And here's the secret. What starts as a sacrifice soon becomes an obsession. Waking up early, at first, is a battle. But then something shifts. You get a taste of that quiet power.
You smell the potential in the pre-dawn air.
And the world opens up to you.
4 a.m. is no longer a burden. It is simply what you do.
You won't even need an alarm clock because your passion will awaken you.
You can run on 4 hours of sleep and be ready to conquer.
Because something deep within you is shouting, I have work to do. I have a destiny to claim.
So make the decision, the point of no return. Burn the ships. We want to be unstoppable. We want to be resilient.
But we don't want to do what is impossible for most people. For most, 4 a.m. is unthinkable.
And that is precisely why you must claim it. You must do the impossible to become
the unstoppable. When you get up early, you are not just waking up. You are gaining a competitive edge in the marketplace of life. You are claiming peace and solitude. You are conditioning yourself, preparing yourself, accomplishing more by 7 a.m. than most do by noon. You enter a state of flow. You break the chains of monotony. You snap out of autopilot and step into the driver's seat of your own destiny.
Remember this: the wolf on the hill is never as hungry as the wolf climbing the hill.
It is not easy going it alone. The path of the lone wolf is often the path of most resistance.
It is the walk you make by yourself through the dark woods of your own fears and doubts.
Your feet are heavy. The wind bites at your face.
And the only sound is the crunch of your own resolve beneath your feet.
But listen to me. This is the walk that makes you the strongest.
This is the walk that builds the core of your character.
This is the journey that forges a spirit that cannot be broken.
To all of you fighting your battles in silence, stay strong. Keep going.
This walk is hard. I will not lie to you.
But the hardest walks always lead to the greatest destinations.
The toughest climbs grant you access to the most breathtaking views.
The pain is temporary, but the pride, the strength, the unshakable knowledge of your own power, that is permanent.
It will be worth it in the end.
You possess qualities that only a few can truly admire, because most do not possess them.
You have a strength that only a few can understand, because most have never been forced to discover it within themselves.
So do not give in. Do not settle.
Do not lower your expectations, dim your light, or shrink your dreams to fit into a world that feels comfortable.
You were not born to fit in.
You were born to stand out.
You were born
to lead. So lead the path, even if, for now, you are leading an army of one.
Always be the wolf climbing the hill.
Stay hungry.
Stay hungry for growth.
Stay hungry for knowledge.
It is far better to walk alone in the right direction than to follow a herd marching confidently in the wrong one. Stay strong.
Be different. Be relentless.
Your destiny is not in the hands of fate.
It is in your hands.
It is in your daily habits.
It is in your pre-dawn rituals.
It is in your unwavering focus.
So get out there and hunt.
The world is your territory. Claim it.